Producing device, and you can see it worked even there. So he went on to show that intention can actually change human enzymes. This is alkaline phosphatase, which is an enzyme that is in the liver and bones. Okay, it's liver and bone health. And enzymes are the workhorses of the body, because this is where your chemical reactions are started by enzymes and they're held by the enzymes. And then they, you get all the benefits, all the energy and ATP, and my muscles are working and I can do all these funky maneuvers. But the enzyme goes back and is reused again. It's like a battery, okay? And like a matchstick, I should say. Like, you strike a match and the enzyme is there, and then matchstick may not be the best example, but anyway, it is the workhorses of the body. And he showed that intention actually increases the efficiency of the enzyme in the petri dish. Wow. It was in vitro. By how much? If I give you an example, if you have 5 molecules of alkaline phosphatase, Tiller's intention within a week or so increased it to 6. So, wow. You got an extra molecule, like pulling, like 6 horses doing the work of 5. Right. It's really moving along. Imagine what this does for your body's efficiency.
Yeah.
Imagine what this does to your chemical reactions and your turmeric and your vitamins and all your calcium that everybody wants to take. Just imagine. Intention has this power to regulate your human body. Okay, it does. And then he went on to show that fruit flies, he did a whole living system. And fruit flies are the biological superstars because it has a very short life cycle, and within 2 weeks from the egg, it matures to a mature adult fruit fly. And you can study in the lab very quickly chemicals, all kinds of things, light, circadian rhythms. Fruit fly is like, you can really study biology very, very efficiently. So Tiller teamed up with Michael Cohane at Stanford. And Dr. Cohane is a biologist, and he knows fruit flies, and they teamed up together and set up a protocol to see, can Tiller's intention benefit fruit flies? And this is very cool. When Tiller told me about this experiment, and he said, Nisha, I really didn't want to harm the fruit fly. Imagine that. He's, again, do you see how he's talking? Right. He's not talking about, in medicine, when we do dog experiments and zebrafish experiments and the mouse model and the monkey model and this model and that, we don't talk like that.
Right.
This is a physicist whose consciousness was so amazing and so refined. He said, I am going to help this fruit fly to the extent that we do not harm them. And I will increase their ATP production so they mature faster. Happier fruit flies make more fruit flies, more generations. And that. And Michael Cohane said, Dr. Tiller, I have doubts that this would ever work. I don't think so. And so Michael Cohane he co-wrote papers and a book, wow. Conscious Creation. Yeah. Conscious Creation, the emergence of a new physics. So Michael Cohane is an author. And, he's asking his 2 sons, and maybe I'm giving too much information here, but Dr. Cohane wants his boys to learn Tiller physics. Well, so yeah. He says, because this is the new way. This is where the young minds need to take the foundation that Tiller has written out in mathematics, that we know how to do this. This isn't a mystery. We know we can impact life systems, human body, water. We are capable of far more than we think. And we're just scratching the surface.
Right.
So, yeah. So This is the juice. And I don't know what time are we, Carol?
That's why I got up to go get my clock, because the time is, it's 11:50. Can you go till 12?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, let's get till 12.
Okay.
We'll see how much we can get through in the next 10 minutes. Okay, so this is the juice. This is what are the physical conditions we have said: human intention, focused with meditation, leave your doubts behind, write the intention in a physical way, revise it until you're peaceful about it. But here's the thing, what was really going on in Tiller's lab, because this was being sent to Minnesota, and they were measuring not only the target, but they were monitoring the lab space itself. And they found something very, very odd in the labs, okay? Because whenever you do experiments of this sort and looking at pH, you want to know the ambient conditions of the air temperature, those sorts of things, currents, all that. They were being monitored in the lab space because, water is subject to so many influences. You really need to define those things. So Tiller was very, very rigorous in measuring the lab conditions. And then they noticed something really, really odd. Because as they measured the lab conditions, they noticed that the air temperature probes are situated around the lab were almost vibrating up and down, up and down, up and down. 3 degrees of centigrade. This isn't a tiny little random. This is a huge signal, okay?
Right.
It wasn't related to day and night. It wasn't related to air conditioning coming on. It wasn't related to winter and summer. This went on for 4 to 5 years. They were so flummoxed. What do these mean?